السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، كيف حالكم؟ إن شاء الله كلكم خير. جيناكم مقطع جديد من الماب رقم 5 من بطولة وارزون. أنا دائما ألخبط في البداية هذه لما ما تعودت عليها. الماب الخامسة، طبعا الجيم الرابع في الحلقة الأخيرة. إذا ما شفتوها، اللي ما شافها يروح يشوفها، ترى كم مرة جبارة. أنا نزلت الماب الأول والثاني والثالث والرابع، وهذا الخامس، يبقى السادس والسابع إن شاء الله بإذن الله أنكم تنبسطون في السلسلة هذه. وإذا عجبتكم وتبغانا نمسك كل البطولات الجاية، سواء كانت كول اوف ديوتي ملتي بلاير ولا وارزون أو إيباكس أو الألعاب كلها، إذا تبغون أعطوني خبر وإن شاء الله أبشروا من عيوني. لا تنسونا من دعمكم بالاشتراك في القناة وتفعيل الجرس تنبيهات عشان توصلكم، واعطونا لايك عشان ينتشر المقطع أكثر وأكثر. وما أطول عليكم، خلونا نروح على الفيديو ونشوفكم نهاية الفيديو. مشينا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. نبدأ الماب الخامسة. والله البطولة مرة صعبة، يعني عندك زي لاينر الحين لو يفوز في الثلاثة ياخذون بطولة. عندكم هاسوكا لو يفوزون برضو في الاثنين في ما بين يجيبون الأول. براكسن نفس الشيء، يفوزون باثنين يجيبون الأول. يعني جلد
towards maybe Al-Shireen pass, so I'll look to the teams over there to maybe solidify that high ground, but we're not going to check in with DBZ just yet because no real massive there. But Warzen Co, Intex getting into early action, they're able to grab a knock onto one, but looting through the tents looking for that, but it's TDE.
المند غريبة ما أخذوا ولا جيم للحين. العادة ياخذون والله.
Maybe grab a couple pieces of damage just to pad the stat sheet. We'll see. FIFA kill though already in an early encounter. They know they got to get a move on. They got to play aggressive and quickly taking down one of our Brazil teams.
هو شوف أفضل سلاح تاخذه أول ما تنزل MB7 اللي هو الفيل. والله جامد أول ما تنزل قبل اللود اوت.
The Vel, not a bad SMG, and here you go, getting that loadout early and with at least 2 minutes into the 5th map. That's going to give them that advantage to any team that they run up against that wasn't able to get it. So you can see that team that was challenging the stronghold is forced to resend.
الله بصل داخلين بقوة يبغون كلات عشان يضمنون الأول. لأن الحين صار في أكثر من
تيم. They're going to be playing highly aggressive. You're not going to see as many teams in the in circle. Teams are going to be flying at people. So a team like FIFA Kill that can get a loadout that quickly are going to push the fight. Like I said, quickly finding Reaper to find a full team wipe on the team from Brazil.
Bro, Reaper hypes in the vehicle. He's like, I'm trying to get out of here, but Ab was able to cut them down. But it's Shifty, Biffle, and Sage that are taking on
كلات عشان على طول يضمنون الأول ياخذون بطولة.
Stop landing near Biffle, and what are they doing? Map number 5, they are sharing a corridor with them, and Sage is just looking for an opening.
كل نزلة مع بعض. هذا التيم مع بافل والثاني زي لاينر وتيم زي ما ادري ايش اسمه. تيم زي لاينر كله راح من نفس التيم اللي ينزلون معاهم.
Louis C, I'm going to push the fight. Smixy now pushing the fight as well, finding an elimination on King Maddie. Rodrigo, Zun God down below. Now with the player disadvantage, they're going to try to grab some inside cover and reassess. Zun God in trouble. A track pushing the fight. A track doesn't get the better of it. Zun God goes huge. A nice answer back, of course, from flanked. Rodrigo grabs another angle, grabs a sniper, breaks plates. No, can't grab the knock.
Just a sniper from the ground, but
to
not capitalize on that because Louis CM's teammate Vapular was able to take him down. Early on, as well as Jay from Team Huskers will meet him there. But here's Louis CM able to reunite alongside his squad, operate this building. But that's exactly what you need to do. So they have forced the issue. They are winning engagements, and hey, that's enough for me. It's enough for the Royal Air Force.
Hey, look, Tev. Vap said I asked him a couple questions before the broadcast.
تقريبا في 8 ميتين وباقي ال 50 سكواد كلهم أحياء.
So time to take care of business, my friend. Let's see what Biffle can do and see if he can take care of business here in the Gulag. Biffle,
بيفوز يا ابوي ذا لعيب.
Thrive. Attract on the other side has a ton of experience and a ton of prowess.
والله تحس انهم كل يوم تدريب ذول التيم. ما في اي متعه بس يتدربون. والله لعيب والله لعيب. هذا تيم ايتن مع سكال فيس.
If there's anything I know about Sage, Biffle, and Shifty, they're going to be pushing the equation. They're going to stay aggressive regardless of what the score line is. Another team that's going to do a lot of the same.
لازم يكونون aggressive اللي هو يعني على طول كلات وكذا. لأن يضمنون كلات على الأقل أحسن من أنهم يمكن ما يجيبون الجيم زي كذا. يضمن كلات. هو المركز الأول إنه قاطع مرة كثير.
And constantly finding themselves with a couple of eliminations early. And here's a couple more in boot. Colors no idea where Castillo is, and Dark from down below. A huge pinch. Super Evan has cut it off short though. What can Castillo do? Last alive for his team.
الحالة.
Hey, need to stand up. Z-Dark and Deuce already in that gulag. You can hear them calling in the missiles and trying to disengage, but not quick enough. Goes down to maybe about 15 HP, able to start the process of plating back up. But sometimes when you get onto the balconies, they're really tough to get out of. You can find yourself stuck, but he's looking for a jump to the roof, going to miss it as Super and Swag are closing the distance, outnumbering Castillo, just looking to put some initial damage, but they are in full run. Castillo through the, utilizing the Semtex to try and block off the staircase, maybe re-finesse them, but he only has one way to go here. He's going to wait and try to go.
هذا غلطته. لو والله لو خلى ذاك ينقز بعدين نوق سوبر ايفان احسن.
I'm not gonna lie, if he would have won that with the no scope,
هذا ما افك ذا لافي ولا
ايش؟ Should head to the gulag, should come back. We'll see. Braxton finessing inside the top 5.
هذول أخذوا براكسن لحظة. هذول أخذوا برضه مركز.
Money on the line, and every single time you move up this leaderboard, every single dollar you start counting into your bank account. But the question is, can you count it early? Maybe for Biffle you can, but for Team Braxton, still a long way to go. 5th place is going to net them $36,000. 4th place, Tiff, would be $50K.
That's worth it here at Marshlands. You're surrounded by Team Zeppa, as well as a few others. So taking to the high ground will be very important. They do have a flare alongside them to boot. You can see Teeny just kind of laying low, knows there are players nearby, and that's really kind of what you need to do is make sure you're not overextending, not peeking, because of Signal 50 on a roof, you're 2 bullets away from finding yourself towards endgame. So Teeny likely is going to rotate out, try to join up with Levy. Let's check in. Biffle and Shifty, your current leaders by north of 50 points. Just a staggering pace that our squads are having trouble.
مو قاعد يلوثون لا يدور تيم يلا يبغى يضمنون كلات اهم شيء عندهم الكلات.
You've got Boogs and Stukex in 4th. You've got Team Wars in 8th. So 3 teams from EU trying to better their performances here. Several outside of the top 10. 1 Mexico team. The rest are in a quiet team inside the top 10, by the way. Team Jowo, after a fairly strong start at the beginning, still finding themselves in 9th place. We'll see what these teams are able to do in the final 2 maps. We've got Freed. You got 8th. Clown is down. Should be a 2v2 on the other side. Maybe a 2v1. Yeah. See you later. 8th gets better.
26 fully wiped. May still have a gulag available. We are 2 squads out of our initial 50 here in map number 4. 8 minutes into the game, and the rotations are few and plenty here. But you can see Panda on the distance. Go clamp an extra J.
الفرق 147 نقطة والمركز الثاني 95 عشان كذا يجيبون كلات عالية يضمن.
And I gotta say, a team that there was a lot of expectations on. Anytime I asked players about teams they were threatened by, especially from other regions, anytime we were talking about Mexico, they were actually talking about the 2nd place team from Mexico, which would be the team on your screen. You've got Panda, Extra J, and Clamp. They have a large history of experience in not only the Warzone, but also in playing with one of the teams at the top, right? Before changing out teammates. So an interesting team to watch out for. I don't think they're having the best shake of it thus far, but they might be getting the better of their opponents here. Clamp now on 2, looking to find Smixy. Little to no help though. Smixy finds another Panda. Last alive for his team. Is able to knock 1, find a moment of reprieve, but all of a sudden, he's gonna try to clean it up. Self-revive. Yes, spots him through the smoke.
Smixy even used to compete alongside Goatclamp throughout her competitive history here in Warzone, and it's just like they're losing that initial gunfight and can't keep that momentum moving forward. Smixy jumps straight towards Panda, and unfortunately that squad will be wiped. We saw Attract early on lose that gulag,
يلا هذا الباقي الجايين الحين. لا والله ما يدرون عن ذلك.
Just not able to stay the distance, but Sage Biffle bringing back Shifty in, and they're over here once again against Louisiana.
قاعد يطلقون
fighting since the very beginning of this map, and so far it's been fairly even trades across the board. They're going to continue to fight. Now, one thing that Louisiana's team has done is really stifled the aggressive early start that Sage, Biffle, and Shifty have been able to do the last 4
ما
maps.
في هروب ما في.
تموت يعني تموت عند ذولا. A ton of eliminations right now. They're struggling to find even one. Now, if they can wipe Louis here, they pretty much have the entirety of this POI by themselves, at least this side of the river. So a huge moment and a huge fight, and I think they know that, which is why they're sticking here. But it's really weird to see Shifty on 0 kills and Biffle only on 1. But they're playing smart. They don't necessarily need all of the points, and they'll pick up the pace should they be able to wipe Jama here.
Well, I mean, if you're going to stay in Hydro, let's fight for the dawn of time.
هذا اللي يبغونه. كلز. كلز هذا اللي ناقص. هم بس يبغوا لهم كلز عشان بس يطلعون فوق زيادة. لأن فرق كبير، فرق بين الأول والثاني 50 نقطة.
Was the last team ever able to get out?
It's the definition of gross. Great elimination there from Sage.
فيفا كله ريبر كلهم راحوا على البلد، يعني الحين لو يموتون خلاص باقي لهم واحد.
They can hang out for a little bit waiting on this next zone. Now we got a couple swimmers here. We got a whiz in the water with 4. We said FIFA Kills teams got to go fast and they got to go crazy at the beginning of this map to have a chance. Hopefully they can set up for in-game. Just 9 kills between 2 is a fantastic start. So we'll see what they can do at the end. Of course, multiplayer again doesn't start till top 35. We still have 46 teams left in the lobby. TBE trying to get better of their opponents here with methods.
We saw them early on with the helicopter. Now have made their way down south towards airport. And with that circle starting to close, they will likely have to rotate out. And we know a lot of heavy-hitting teams typically rotate through this out. But it's going to be Jukies and Co that are going to be leading that H5 area on the map and pushing towards the double gas station POI ahead of them. But Soka, they know the pace that they need to get to, and they're looking to hit triple digits, but they're not there yet.
إذا كان يبغى ينافسون.
Not there yet. Mayapo still looking for his first, but the team playing well. Inside the
لازم يلعب aggressive يجيب الأول و
trying to rotate in. That's E-Bates with Z-Smith on the outside.
يجيبون كلات كويسة.
But Ahsoka remains on the hunt, seeking Gramalok and seeking more eliminations, while Mayapo is looking for Picnic. Easily finds Team Ultra out of here. I've really had a tough shake of it this game, and in this series haven't really had anything going, likely because of some of these early fights. Ahsoka continues to push the equation and continues to win. That's Ahsoka's 6th tip.
That they knew what they needed to do if they wanted to track down Team Biffle, and they're looking to capitalize on it. But we've seen just how well Shifty, Sage, and Biffle were performing, and they're on the move again, just on the outskirts, coming out of Hydroelectric, so they'll be pushing towards the marshlands, which we checked in earlier. There was a plethora of teams over there, but just needing to find that pace, because if Soka is able to rack in kill after kill, that is going to really allow them to close the distance. But I think it's going to take a 2x multiplier for Team Soka to really do some damage.
TBE still looking to creep up this leaderboard and quickly eliminates Method's team. Cam's out as well. Looks like their third flying back in is going to say, yeah, I think I'm going to stay away from this one. Nice win here from TBE. They continue to move up this leaderboard. They were in 5th going into the last map. They're now in 6th, but kind of maintaining their position into the top 10.
في الزون الأول باقي 9 طلعهم.
They've got the gun skill and they've got the aggressive game style and gameplay to win this thing still, but they need to get a move on. Let's take a look at that map, Tiff, and see where some of these teams are at.
Yeah, this is what's really interesting, right? You've got TBE. They were able to clear out airport on the southernmost side, but what's noticed, Team Smixy has made a full regain. All 3 members of Team Smixy are up and rotating straight into the TBE, so that's going to be really challenging for them. But what's going to be even more tough is that zone is likely to pull furthermore north towards village.
الضرب يجي ورايحين ما عندهم مشكلة. 9 كلات طلعوا من الزون الأول، معناته أن الكل قاعد يلعب أجريسيف، الكل يبغى كلات.
Yeah, great hold here from the top. Gotta have that high ground. Okay, if you're taking a look at that Call of Duty Echo Twitch channel, you just saw the new zone, and well, it went to Pass and Village. You're gonna be creeping up on kind of the north side of Village and just kind of encompassing all of Pass. That means everybody coming out of Marshlands has a long way to go, and there's gonna be a ton of teams holding it as well. Huge shout to the production team to have that going. Go check that out on Call of Duty Echo on Twitch. Mayapo looking to follow up. Hits one, but not the second, allowing He's to get out.
Rapid succession there, and as you made the shout to go to Pass, there were some teams that had already rotated in early. That was Jowo, Limax, and Bredman taking Pass early, and Sage trying to get there. We know just the verticality that is over at Pass. It's entirely difficult to rotate in. Shifty electing to go up by foot because the zip lines at this point in time are likely not going to be safe. Running into some resistance, forced to reassess the situation. You can see Bredman with ultimate high ground. You know the signal 50s in hand.
يجيبوا عليهم والله من ترى ما جابوا عليهم ولا شيء حرفيا.
I did say Pass, did I not?
You did. You definitely.
It's almost like I play this game or something. It's almost like I do.
Oh, look, Hisoka plays this game often. He's fighting against Finesse in here. Finesse has a ton of prowess. These are two teams inside the top 5.
يذبحها مع السلامة. مع أن ذا فينيس جايبين المركز الأول. الماب الثالثة كانوا هم المركز الأول.
Gives up position. Hisoka thought he was so free that Finesse wouldn't chow that quickly.
والله ما اتوقع انه بيسوي له ريتشالنج مره ثانيه.
Now it's not all she wrote for that team, but still, I mean, I was walking away from the screen.
Well, you
looking down at notes. I didn't think that was going to happen.
You think back to when Mayapo was on stage after their first initial victory and how many times he faces Soka in the 1v1s and says Soka wins them. Well, Finesse does on lane.
الزون الثاني لا باقي بس طلع 11 تيم. باقي 39 تيم.
Just a little bit south of them, but it's Biffle who was utilizing the flares earlier, hitting the smoke and rotate.
Stukex, this is a big one. Mayapo versus Stukex. Stukex, some of the lone soldiers for the EU go down. Mayapo wins his ones. Called it out on main stage. Executes it this time.
Hisoka's back already as well. Shifty, Biffle, Sage just in the opening of the road, trying to think about where they want to pull straight to. As you can see, the circle is pulling further and further into Al Shireen Pass. Last time we checked in, it was Bredman with the ultimate high ground that is going to make it so incredibly challenging to get anywhere close to them. Jowo grabs another, Bredman
لا
grabs
سيج
another.
اتوقع 5 لانه دخل راح يقولها فاتوقع انه جاب كل هناك.
Yeah, we've seen Jowo play this style before where he kind of plays anchor, and when you give Bredman ultimate height as well, they should be getting free picks all day today, especially in Al Shireen Pass. They've crept inside the top 10. They've maintained their position in the top 10. Now they got a chance to further their position up into the top 5. Biffle turns on the team from Australia and makes it look easy.
والله مرة ايزي مرة يعني ذولا لعيبة ذولا وهذاك يرمي سموكات يفضح مكانه.
Levi was able to get a flare off, so one member of Team Zeppa will come back at random, but Sage and Biffle, they're not going to let them get in that easy. Levi does fall, and they've set their sights onto more gatekeeping of this, as Nico Infinite is going to be that next squad with Crowder and
تيم ذي لاينر طلعهم تيمنا السعودي كفو. والله كفو عليكم خلاص طلعوا تيم ذي احنا ماخذين بطولة. انت احنا ماخذين بطولة. كم طلعنا تيم ذي لاينر.
Could be a potential third party from distance too by Limax throwing down covering fire. The old guard versus the new guard. Hisoka in trouble. Skullface on 1 HP in a dream goes down. Mayapo lasts alive for his team. Can he get the revive? If I'm TBE, I'd be pushing. The problem is you got 2-3 teams staring down your back.
والله حرام عليهم مو قاعد يجيبون تيمنا ولا حتى لقطة يا رجل مع انهم والله قاعدين يلعبون. عندهم كلات كويسة.
From rotation, Mayapo with the flare. Meanwhile, Joe, Bredman, and Limax take out Team E-Bates from high ground. Playing that position early is what they needed, and Heeds tries to flank onto Mayapo. Initial shots go out. He's able to grab the knock, but Hisoka has to play from inside the building. Now all 3 back into the game, but they cannot take out this squad. Just here's what Soka does. Soka is able to grab it, but not before Gromalok able to take down 2 members of
يلا الحين بيجيبهم مرة ثانية. بحس إن كلهم ضدهم، كلهم ضد هسه. حمودي كويس والله، قاعد يجيبون كلات، حرام عليهم رب البيت.
He's like, knock, knock, here's a Semtex, I've got a flare. Able to find even more eliminations. We were worried about the pace that they were maintaining here in map number 5, but sitting on 5
تيمنا كلهم موجود، كلهم الله يوفقهم، كلهم موجودين ولا قاعدين يجيبون عليهم، مع أن عندهم كلات والله مرة كويسة. شوف حمود قاعد يجلد. حمود اكس والله جليد، والله كفو وربي كفو عليك.
Mayapo's going to creep up. Now, Breadman, Joe, and Limax are having a game. They've been inside a zone for a while.
متمركزين صح، قاعدين في الزون مرتاحين، خلوا الناس يجون. ها وحداوي ذبح واحد ثاني. شوف ماخذين البيت، ميابو عندهم. والله كفو. بس ذولا ما ادري ليش مو راضيين يجيبون عليهم. ميابي تحت التيم.
Mayapo still up, last alive for his team. And look who's also still alive. Z-Dark and Castillo continue to find themselves in the final circle, and there is Juki's finally.
Well, here's the issue. It's Mayapo last alive for their squad in second place. And yes, he's trying to rack up eliminations. But when you have Sage and Shifty clearing out the northern side of Pass, rotating in, they're able to maintain a pace that Mayapo's not going to be able to get. He needs some
قريبين سيج بطل من التيم السعودي.
تيمنا الله يوفقهم.
بخل يا لطيف يا لطيف واللعب. يا رب احنا اللي نطلعهم يا رب.
Continues to reign supreme. We've lost Shifty, Sage, Biffle, last alive as Vapular on the other side is finding one. Can we answer back?
والله ماسكين البيت صح يا عيال، وربي انكم كفو. هذول ما ادري شلون وما يبغون يجيبوننا. حرام عليهم والله حرام، قاعدين يجيب كلات كويسه. ماسكين لي على ما يابو شو اسمه وبفل، بس بقيه التيمات كلهم ساحبين عليهم. شوف والله العظيم كفو. طلعنا بفل. حمود اكس طلع بفل. كفو عليهم وربي انه كفو عليهم. فكم باقي احنا 3؟ والله كلنا باقي موجودين. كفو يا والله حمود والله شغالين العيال وربي شغالين. لا 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 تطلع اوبن، كان قاعد في الزون. حرام والله حرام. محمد اكس طلع. طلعوا تيمنا والله حرام حرام، ليش خليتوا البيت؟ لا باقي حمود اكس في الهواء لسه ما مات. مات حمود اكس. بس كويس المركز الرابع احنا، والله ممتاز والله كفو يا عيال ورب البيت كفو. هذول ما جابوا ولا كلنا ولا كل حرفيا. والله جوكيز اشتغلهم. والله اصفق لنا احنا لتيمنا، والله اصفق لهم، اقسم بالله انهم ابطال، لكن ذولا ظلمونا، ما حطونا في ولا كل حرفيا جابوا لنا. والله كفو يا عيال. المركز الرابع حشرنا الزون شوي لكن اديته صح. الله يعطيكم الف عافيه. والله حرام رب البيت. إلى هنا حبايبي وصلنا لنهاية المقطع، شكرا لكم، واللي وصل لهنا لا ينسى يشترك في القناة ويفعل التنبيهات ويعطينا لايك عشان ينتشر المقطع بشكل أكبر، وإن شاء الله أشوفكم في الماب الجديدة والمقطع الجديد ماب رقم 6 بإذن الله. فأمان الله.